Warning: this game contains content might not be suitable for most audiences. Viewers' discretion is advised. My thoughts fragment my mind like shards of glass. I can feel each suicidal thought slicing me from within. I'm tired of battling with my own mind, with each day growing increasingly burdensome. Antidepressants and sleeping pills, my daily allies, will yet again become today's escape from this world. Internally, I'm screaming in pain. The fear of what death might bring holds me back. Is it worth the fight? Even when everything inside is pleading for surrender. Death seems like a relief, but what if it's just a different kind of pain? Thoughts spin in my mind, but my heart keeps on beating. My hallucinations morph into terrifying creatures, squirming in my mind like worms, offering no peace. Fear paralyzes me, leaving me in the darkness with only my thoughts for company. The bottle of pills in my hand, my heart pounding in my chest, a terrifying real reminder of the life I wish to end. The pills feel as icy as snow. Their coldness seeps through my skin, swiftly sweeping away the last remnants of doubt. Closing my eyes, I swallow them, one by one. My mind starts to fog from the pills I've taken. A strange moment of silence ensues. It's as if the world was slowed in its rotation, giving me time to reconcile with my fate. The sensation of the pills in my throat feels like a sharp blow to the back, a confirmation of the irreversible decision I've just made. The world starts to slowly fade away, as if someone is gradually turning down the brightness on the TV. My consciousness becomes foggy, thoughts mingle, quickly turning into meaningless chaos. I hear my own breathing, its cycle getting quieter and less frequent. The last thing I feel is the heaviness of my eyelids, which close involuntarily. I surrender to lifeless yet soothing oblivion. Sleep. It comes like a wave, sweeping me into an impenetrable depth. I surrender without resistance. Suddenly, a glimmer sparks in the darkness, and I see a dream. The surrounding darkness starts morphing. Dreams within it stir. Stories, both frightening and familiar. These are scenes from my life, moments of both happiness and suffering. As each second passes, these images become more vivid, adopting shapes, colors, and sounds. Some of them are kind, reminding me of times when I laughed, when I was happy. But there are dreams that pierce me, reminding me of what led me here. I dive deeper and deeper into the dream. It's like a journey through my own soul. And suddenly, in this endless depth, I begin to see light. It's a warm, muted glow that beckons me from the darkness. I'm drawn to this light, like a moth enticed by fire. And when I touch this light, I can feel it start to fill me, rousing me from the dark sleep. My eyes open. I feel the solid surface of that bed comforting my body. My head is still foggy, but it no longer pains me the way it did before. My consciousness slowly returns. Something is off. Everything looks unfamiliar, even though I know it's my space. Memories spin in my head like flashing images. I can't piece them together into a coherent whole. It's a feeling of emptiness, as if a part of me is missing. Names, faces, moments, everything is plunged into a disorganized mess, deemed unreachable for my mind. I'm finding it harder to breathe. My mind screams, seeking answers I don't have. Everything around starts to seem distant and insignificant. I'm lost in my own world. Realization sets in. I've forgotten everything. Who I am, where I'm from, my existence is erased. I'm too scared to move, to breathe, because even these sensations feel new and alien. With each breath, I attempt to remember, but it only results in greater panic. The world around me begins to crumble, like an abandoned building, eroding as time passes. I sense that I am moving further away from myself with each passing second. Fear wraps around me, squeezing my heart, and I can't find an escape. Gravity feels doubled. My body fails to resist, falling back into the bed. The moment my body touches the bed, there's an instant relief. It's an unexpected calm in the midst of chaos. I feel the warmth of a foreign hand slowly passing through my hair. Despite consciousness stirring again, the desire to leave the comfortable sanctuary of my bed has disappeared. However, in the end, I decide to find out who was so tenderly guarding my peace. Who? Ma'am?
You've finally woken up.
There's voice acting in this?
Hello. You've finally woken up.
Hello there.
You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am.
Undoubtedly.
Don't worry. I'm here to help you.
I sure hope you are.
I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know. This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before. Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that. After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up oblivious to the world around you. My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion. Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory. By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior. In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet at the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you've found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left. That's where you'll find the kitchen. If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table. The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. If you have to call an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buttiff Street, Arc City. It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
All right, whatever you say. Okay.
Great. You're doing very well. Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you.
Something special?
I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg.
That's great.
It's important to fuel your body. After eating, I can give you a tour around your room and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten.
All right.
So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here.
Okay. Triple dots. How many times do I get to click on
Since
that?
you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do.
All right.
You'll need to take these pills. They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay. Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. that is not my intention. While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them.
I mean, I'm gonna take them.
Will you take these pills or not?
I will. Oh, this is a choice. I better save then. I will take these pills.
I had faith you would make the right choice. You'll need to take 2 pills to ensure everything goes smoothly. I know it might sound a bit daunting, taking 2 instead of 1, but trust me on this.
It's fine. I mean, I already take like about 2 pills a day.
Nothing adverse will happen. Here, these are the pills.
I'm sorry?
Just take them with water and let them do their job.
It looks like I'm already having a panic attack.
I've noticed a shift in your gaze. Are you feeling all right?
I hope I am.
Please, you must tell me. If the antidepressants are affecting you adversely, it's better to stop taking them.
I'm fine, totally fine. I'm alright.
Okay then. The next thing we need to do is explore your room.
Got it.
However, I see that it will be difficult for you to get up, and you'll certainly need my assistance. Give me your hand so I can help you rise.
No. Huh.
I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before we check out your room. Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time. Of course, you can save and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that?
You
Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice.
okay?
So, what do you want to know?
Where's my mom? Why did I decide to attempt? Tricky! This is incredibly tricky. Wait. Why would it give me this question in the first place? Oh, I'm gonna make another save just in case. Where is my mom?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't see her when I visit you. It wouldn't be right for me to ask where she is, because she is my boss.
I am sorry?
So I cannot fully answer that. But I think she is working hard for you. Do you have any other questions?
Why did my mom hire you? Why is it night and not morning? Why did my mom hire you?
Interesting question, to which I don't know the answer.
What's the point of me asking these questions if you're not gonna answer them?
You should ask your mom about that, I think. And why are you asking questions I don't know the answer to? That's such a rhetorical question that I don't understand how you could even choose it. But okay. Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever? What? Why do you look so strange?
I'm not even sure whether to take that as a compliment or not.
Honestly, take it as a compliment, because, I'm into it.
If, in your understanding, strange means unconventional, then I am actually quite impressed. I always want to make an intriguing impression. Not a pleasant one, but an interesting one. Because to leave a pleasant impression on people, you often have to just nod along with them. You're probably wondering about my makeup, right?
Oh, wait, yeah. I've been wondering about that, too.
I love to experiment with my face and try out different looks. So far, this is my favorite. You should enjoy life and do what you like without worrying what others think.
You know, I kind of like her point on that.
Want to wear weird makeup? Go for it. Want to wear odd gloves? Put them on. Yes, people might give you odd looks, and yes, they might judge, but so what? People who pass you by won't remember you in 10 minutes, and I won't stress about it. Those unfortunate 2 minutes of judgment can be endured. It's true what they say. People love to talk about themselves. Sorry.
That's fine.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I got plenty. What happened to your hands? Why are those triangles under your eyes? I think she already answered that. What happened to your hands?
For now, unfortunately, I can't answer that question.
Aw.
It's personal. All I can say is that it was an unfortunate accident. That's all you can know. All right, that's enough questions from you. let's move on to inspecting the room.
Well, wait, hold that thought. Why did I decide to attempt,
Well, I can't tell you straight away, and I can't say I fully understand you in this regard. You have a loving mother, your own room. I believe you should have valued this more. You even had friends and popularity. In some ways, you were fortunate in life. But you weren't lucky, in that you liked to suffer, leading you to your illness.
I like pain. I'm pretty sure there would have been healthier outlets for that.
However, that's just my opinion. Sorry, you can only come to understand the reasons for your actions by going through your diary.
My diary?
Only then will you better understand yourself.
I see.
Right now, we are in the question phase, and soon we'll move to the room inspection. And then you will find out everything about yourself.
Got it.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, whoa. Oh, all the questions are gonna be different. At the end, I'll just fall asleep and everything will just repeat.
You probably wanted to ask how it all used to end. At the end, you just fall asleep again. So we'll spend the whole day here, and by lunchtime, you'll sleep. When you wake up, you will again remember nothing. But progress is made each time. Your psychiatrist says that it will end soon as you come to terms with your past.
Oh.
Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever?
Do you mean how to overcome amnesia? To clarify, you have dissociative amnesia, but it's a bit more severe. Dissociative amnesia involves forgetting personal life, events, and biographical formats while retaining general knowledge. This type of amnesia arises from psychological trauma. In your case, the suicide attempt was a severe trauma. Moreover, when you sleep, you can't retain the information from the day. However, I'm not a doctor to tell you how to cure this. I'm only quoting your psychotherapist. The therapist also mentioned that perhaps by coming to terms with the information you recall, you might heal. But obviously, that has not happened yet. Do you have any other questions?
Are you sure this isn't a dream? Are you a real person? I'm pretty sure both of these are more or less the same, but, are you sure this isn't a dream?
No, it is not a dream. Silly question. I think that's enough questions from you for now.
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, I don't think I can actually go back and just go through all the threads of questions. I could, but at the same time, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to actually explore this on your own, because God, this game is beautiful.
Let's proceed to inspect the room.
Yeah.
I'll step back now, and you can hover the cursor and click on the items that interest you.
Sure. Right. Ooh, what's that?
This is your diary, the most important thing you have, and reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it.
Need to?
It won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
I saw Marana sit down on a chair next to my table and close her eyes. Apparently, with such a job, she gets very little sleep. I carefully picked up the diary and sat on the bed. It looked like a regular book. It didn't have that many pages, but the book still seemed thick. Perhaps because I've read it so many times, the book had slightly become misshapen, adding to its thickness. I don't know what awaits inside. The atmosphere starts to get tense. Overcoming my anxiety, I finally opened the diary's first page and began to read. 22nd of, is that August? Yeah, 2017. Hello. I decided to start a diary because Rhea told me it helps understand oneself and improves relationships with others. Basically, she seemed to be promoting it to me. So, I bought a notebook and will try to write down everything happening in my life. Honestly, I don't think this will last long since I'm not a very consistent person. I can't do the same thing every day, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. It's hard for me to write. I don't even know what to write about. What did I do today? Went to school, talked with friends, came home, did my homework. Now I'm just sitting at home. My mom's not home. As usual, I have nothing to do. Well, technically, I have a lot I could do. Like self-improve, prepare more for my lessons, play computer games, but I prefer to lie down in the bed and stare at the ceiling. I don't know if everyone is as lazy as me or what it's called procrastination, I think. Not sure about the spelling. When you can become anyone in the world. Work hard, live your passion, but you choose to just lie on the bed. I think in the future I will read my diary and might not understand. Maybe even blame myself for something. But I'm tired. Yeah. I have many friends at school. I get good grades and I even hang out with friends outside. I always smile and joke with them, trying to stay positive. Yet when I come home, I feel sadness and loneliness. Nothing seems to help. Not video games, not studying, not even food. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Honestly. Thank you, diary. I feel like I've vented to someone, like crying on the shoulder. I feel a bit better. But not getting an answer back is hard. It's like talking to a wall. Maybe I don't need a reply. The purpose might be to be there for anyone who wants to share something privately, but is afraid to. Yeah, anyway, I'll go now. 4th of September, 2017. Hello again, diary. It's been 2 days since school started. These days were normal. Rhea and I sat together, joked during breaks, and had lunch together. Today, I brought her the cookies I baked at home, and she shared a tasty salad with me. She loved the cookies. Rhea is genuinely a kind person. We have a lot in common, but she is not into video games. She prefers studying, and she is really dedicated. I don't have that drive, even though I get the same grades as her. I feel like school just prepares us to be perfect workers. It's like, do this, do that, don't question things. Or else, you'll get the lowest marks. Or in a job setting, you might get fired. 13th of September, 2017. Hello, diary. Recently, our class was asked to write an essay about friendship. Spent a long time thinking about what to write. I have many friends, but what does this essay really want from me? Should I worry more about what the teacher thinks rather than what I truly feel? So absurd. At first, I wrote an essay expressing my real opinion that friends are just a way to avoid feeling lonely. After rereading it, I realized the teacher wouldn't like it. I tried to write something that would get me a good grade, but the problem was, I sat with that paper for over an hour and couldn't think of anything. I decided not to submit the essay and got the lowest mark. I chose not to tell my mom about it. She doesn't seem to care much about me anyway. If I had submitted the essay with my honest feelings, they might have sent me to a psychiatrist or even suspended me from school. That's life. 18th of October, 2017. Hello again. Sorry for not writing for so long. Nothing new happened. As usual, I hung out with Rhea, played video games, slept, and of course, went to school. Something happened recently that threw me off. As I mentioned, I have many friends, including guys, and mostly played video games with them. And recently, one of the guys confessed his feelings to me. Diary, you can't imagine my surprise. I mean, I've seen some girls flirting with guys and vice versa, but I've always set boundaries and no one ever flirted with me. I never cared about such things and never even thought about it. But for the first time in my life, someone confessed to me. He just said it, honestly and openly, feeling it wasn't fair to keep it a secret from me and wanted an honest answer. I don't know how to respond to him because I don't feel that strong love described in movies or books. It might just be aromantic. Still, I'm really flustered by all of this. I'm even embarrassed to write to you about it because I'm usually so down when I talk to you, but now I'm smiling as I write this. It feels so unusual. 2nd of November, 2017. Hello again. Remember the last time I wrote about the guy who confessed to me? Well, we are seeing each other now. It's not like we're officially together and act like a couple. We're just hanging out and getting to know each other. Throughout this time, I realized I like him. I'm not really worried about what will happen next since he hasn't asked me about my feelings yet. But if he does, I'll be so embarrassed. All this is overwhelming me. Lately, I seem happier and even start turning down Rhea's offer to hang out. She's quite puzzled because I haven't told her who I've been spending time with, but I think she suspects I have a boyfriend. She even started teasing me about it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Soon, I'll be applying to college, choosing our dream professions, or staying in school for 2 more years. I think I'm not really sure about what I want to do, so I'll stay in school for another 2 years. Thoughts of the future upset me. I don't want to think about it. I've got a strange feeling that something is wrong with me. I love to draw, especially different creatures. For instance, I recently drew a chubby black cat during class. My imagination can run wild sometimes. But in class, believe it or not, I thought I saw the exact cat I drew walk into our room, looking so real. I instantly knew it wasn't real and laughed it off, blaming it on being tired from school. But deep down, I'm worried and scared. I know mental health issues can be inherited. I had a grandfather who took his own life. My mom often spoke of him, remembering him as a great man, and cried for him. She said he lost his mind after my grandmother's death. I'll never meet him, though I wish I could have talked to him. It's a pity. I don't romanticize mental disorders like movies do. I think it's not normal and should be treated otherwise. People can completely lose their minds. Anyway, that's a weird situation I experienced. 21st of November, 2017. Hello, diary. Life goes on as usual. I want to vent. Maybe even cry a little. I think something terrible is happening to me and I'm too scared to tell my mom, even though I know I should. I don't want to become some movie psychopath or schizophrenic. I hate the idea. Only fools romanticize that, as these are scary diseases and people do horrible things when they suffer from them. I recently read a story about a woman who killed her own kids overnight because she was schizophrenic. From what I understand about the illness, you see creatures or places that aren't real, just in your mind. That's been my feeling lately. I've started seeing weird creatures, especially when I'm bored. Like during classes, I see them often, and it's hard to get rid of them unless I distract myself. I know I should tell my mom, but I'm terrified of being diagnosed or accepting that I might never be able to live normally in society. That would be like death to me since I'd no longer be ordinary. I'm still thinking about it. I'll write more if there are any updates. 17th of December, 2017. I did it. I told my mom today. It was hard and seeing her reaction was painful. The look in her eyes and her expression said it all. She might see me as a monster. Maybe she just doesn't believe me and think it's just some teenage prank. I don't know. It took a lot of time and effort to get it out and find the right moment. I don't know what to do next. This is the first page I've cried on. Sorry. It's just very hard for me. I want to tell others, but people might avoid me. No one wants to be around someone like me. I'm sure of it. I might go mad and hurt them or myself. Who knows what other horrible things might happen. So, I'll keep quiet until the end. For now, my mom and I have scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist she knows. I don't know my diagnosis yet, but I'm fearing the worst. Life's been tough, especially when things are finally starting to get better. I've been in a relationship with a boy. My relationship with my friends are better than ever, and my school grades are good. Okay, diary. I'll write when I have the strength. Goodbye. 26th of December, 2017. The day after Christmas. Schizophrenia. It's hereditary. I got it from my grandfather. I've been removed from school, but my mom arranged for me to be treated at home because the quality of the mental institutions is horrible. I didn't say goodbye to Rhea. It was too hard. They'll probably tell her I transferred schools and moved away. I haven't talked to my boyfriend since my last diary entry. In fact, I've been ignoring him. I know I'm being horrible to him, but maybe it's better they never knew me. It hurts me to do this. I cry every night. Sometimes we need to be cruel so people can get disappointed, move on, and forget about it. That is incredibly upsetting. I'm hurting them and myself. Their pain will pass. They'll move on, find someone else. I want to believe they'll be okay. Things will never be okay for me again. Not because of my mood, but because of the illness. No one knows how to cure it. No pills will help. The hallucinations will become more and more real, scarier and scarier, and there will be more of them. I don't want to think about it. It's too terrifying. Since I left school, I'll have to study at home and focus on self-education. Starting the new year, my life will change entirely. 30th of December, 2017. New Year's is coming soon, but unsurprisingly, I'm not in the mood. I think I made the right decision by distancing myself from everyone. Take my boyfriend, for instance. Our relationship would never have worked out. It's not because I'm bad or can't act normally. I'm not crazy. Relationships have goals, like starting a family. I look ahead and I don't want my children to experience what I'm going through now. It's better for both Rhea and him to move on in life. I'm getting incredibly bored these days since I'm not attending school, so I entertain myself by imagining various creatures. Well, of course, I could play video games all day, but I'm tired of that. When you're free to do anything, it's hard to enjoy things that you once found pleasant after some time. 19th of January, 2018. The new year has already passed. Mom and I celebrated it together. Dad didn't even call, let alone visit. Honestly speaking, I'm not that mad at Dad, but my mom is very angry of him and doesn't want to see him. He found a new family and left us. It's not that he found a family. He just found some young girl, a student. Ew! What is this prom? I understand that my mom is very disgusted by this and that he left us for his own pleasure, but I think he needs to move on with his life. By that, I mean find a new man who will love her and move on. The only problem is my presence. It completely ruined that possibility. Yet my mom loves me very much, despite this, and works hard for my sake. What's the point of all this when I don't have a future? That's why I think it would have been better if I didn't exist. 24th of January, 2018. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore, because I see no point. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad. The only thing I can do is the only thing I can do is draw to distract myself from everything. The hallucinations are getting scarier, but I'm used to them. Sometimes I hear voices, but they're more like noise. A psychiatrist prescribed me antidepressants and antipsychotics, but she noted that they might have side effects. On top of that, I can't sleep at night, so I've also been prescribed some sleeping pills. One sleeping pill doesn't usually help, so I take two. Now it seems I consume these damn pills instead of food, which aren't helping. I mean, they cost a lot of money, and my mom stays late at work more often. She changed shifts, and I barely see her now. I feel terrible because I fear these voices will become more than just noise. I'll start listening to them. I don't want that. I don't want anything. Wait a minute! So you tell me I'm not supposed to take the pills? 29th of January, 2018. Well, hello diary. Yes, I wrote earlier that I wouldn't write like this, but who cares? I drew some works and will paste them into you now. Hope you like it. Oh, man, I love these. They kind of remind me of little doodles I used to do. Oh, wait. Oh, no! Oh, she's my imaginary friend! Wait, is that Morana? It looks a lot like her. Was I familiar with her before? Why didn't she tell me about it? Or even then, was she with me because my mom couldn't be? Why didn't I write about this event in a diary? I looked in her direction. She was still asleep, right where she was. I need to ask her about it before I finish reading everything. I opened the diary again and continued reading. 10th of February, 2018. Today I had a fight with my mom. She called me a mistake, said I do nothing and that I'm a burden, called me stupid. I understand she said it out of emotion, but she was telling the truth and only the truth. I have no friends, no job prospects. With such a diagnosis, all I can do is take pills that cost an incredible amount of money and don't even help. I can't even talk to anyone. I can't tell strangers on the internet about my diagnosis. It would look like I want pity. I just want to confide in someone, cry on someone's shoulders. But what's the point? If I cry, will everything suddenly become good? No. Nothing can help me now. I need to accept that. At least Rhea was right to suggest I keep a diary. Thank you, Rhea. Without the diary, I would have game overed a long time ago. 23rd of March, 2018. Hello, and goodbye at the same time, diary. I decided today to overdose on all the pills prescribed to me. I see no point in living and trying. I don't want any of this. Fear gripped me, and I felt goosebumps. On this exact date, I decided to end my life. I fully understand my actions. Even now, it's hard to imagine what I've been through. These hallucinations probably pushed me to the decision. No matter how hard I try, there's no helping me. Not in any way. Okay, that should not be my main focus right now. What's important to me is to find out who she really is, and how her drawing could have been in my diary. I close the diary and approach Marana. Wake up. She ignores me and doesn't wake up. I felt goosebumps again. I couldn't breathe. I'm really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I couldn't see her face while she's sleeping. It was covered by her hair. I had no other choice. I gathered courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hand with her terrifying black hands. I still couldn't see her face. I try hard to break free from her grasp, but these attempts are unsuccessful. Vision starts in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. The voices echo loudly in my head, and I can't say anything. Marana starts squeezing my hand tighter. Marana?
It's just the beginning, my dear.
Congratulations! You have completed the demo! Follow us on Twitter, Gengake, and Instagram, Betiro. Well, anyway, that was Hazy Mine. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. It was I gotta say, like, for a demo, this was incredibly promising. I am exceptionally excited to see what's gonna happen next. They do have a Steam page out, so hey, if you guys do want to get this game once it releases, be sure to wishlist this over on Steam. Once again, link to that is in the description. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion, signing off. Ciao.